Imagine this. You wake up one morning, and the world is dead silent. No alarms, no traffic, no voices, not even a dog barking in the distance. You step outside and realize the cities are empty. Skyscrapers are still standing. Cars are parked neatly on the streets. Food is rotting on store shelves. But people? Gone. Every single one of them. You are the last human alive in the year 2050. No explanation. No signs of struggle. Just a vanishing. At first, maybe you'd laugh nervously, thinking it's a prank or a blackout drill gone too far. But as hours pass and silence grips your ears like a vice, a question begins to crawl into your brain like a parasite you can't shake off. What the hell happened? The human brain isn't designed to process absolute loneliness. In fact, solitary confinement is considered one of the cruelest punishments, because when we lose others, we start to lose ourselves. Literally, your memory begins to falter. You start talking to yourself not for entertainment, but out of necessity. The silence becomes a sound so loud it pounds in your skull like thunder. You search for others. You shout into the void. You light fires on rooftops. You break into emergency broadcasts and scream into the mic. "Is anyone out there?" No reply. This is when survival psychology kicks in. At first, you operate on instinct: food, water, shelter. You raid supermarkets. Everything's free now, but nothing feels like a win when there's no one left to steal from you. You sleep in a soft hotel bed one night, then an armored vehicle the next. Security doesn't matter, but routine, that becomes your last thread of sanity. And then your mind begins to split. You start assigning personalities to mannequins, drawing eyes on pillows, giving them names, because your brain cannot survive without someone to mirror emotion back at you. It doesn't matter if they're real. There's a term for this: anthropomorphization. It's the same reason ancient sailors saw gods in the stars and heard voices in the wind. Your mind creates reality when it lacks one. But here's the twist. You may not be alone in the way you think. Studies on isolation, like those done on Arctic researchers, submarine crews, and even solo astronauts, show terrifying patterns. Sleep collapses. The circadian rhythm shatters. Emotional regulation disappears. People begin to hallucinate. Not just shadows or whispers, but full conversations, detailed memories of things that never happened, and even phantom companions. So what happens when you hit month 2? You no longer ask, "What happened?" You ask, "What is real?" That's the danger of absolute solitude. You become unreliable to yourself. Maybe you start writing letters and leaving them at gas stations, hoping someone finds them. Maybe you record videos to preserve your voice so you won't forget what you sounded like. But here's the real horror. You don't know if these things already happened. Did you write that note yesterday? Or a month ago? Are you repeating the same path every week without knowing it? Are the voices in your head just echoes? Or infiltrators? You begin to chase patterns. Why are all the clocks frozen at 3:17 p.m.? Why do you keep dreaming of a woman in red, standing by the fountain downtown, when you've never seen her before? You start to suspect. Maybe this isn't survival. Maybe it's punishment. Or worse, maybe it's a test. What if 2050 was the year of humanity's final experiment? A mass upload, a digital exodus, a technological rapture where minds left their bodies behind. And you didn't make the cut. And now, this world is just the empty server, the forgotten level where the last user got left behind. Your skin crawls every time you hear static on an old radio. Because what if something is still out there? Not someone. Something. A drone you didn't build. A light flickering in a building you never entered. A voice on a shortwave radio that says your name. Just once. What if this isn't Earth anymore, but a copy? And you're the glitch? Psychologists warn us that the line between isolation and psychosis is thin. And when your only company is your own mind, you stop knowing where you end and the madness begins. One night, you see a figure in the distance. It doesn't run. It doesn't speak. It just watches. You rush toward it, crying, laughing, screaming. But as you get closer, it's gone. Again. Every time you think you've broken the loneliness, reality pulls away like a cruel trick. And the worst part? You start to enjoy the madness, because at least it's not silence. So you embrace it. You talk to shadows. You dance with ghosts. You pretend the world is alive because your brain can't afford the truth. And deep down, buried beneath the chaos, you whisper one question: did I survive? Or did everyone escape? And if you are the last one left, what exactly are you still holding on for? If this thought just made you look over your shoulder, then congratulations, your brain still craves human connection. But imagine if it didn't. Would you still be you? Or something else entirely? Thanks for watching. And if you ever feel like you're alone in the world, maybe you're just in the wrong server.